well. You know, many of us need a relaxation, and we need a good book to relax with. We have the perfect book to talk to you about, and you can do it at the Lake Austin Spa, Austin Lake and Spa this weekend. And this morning is Claire Cook. She is a wonderful author. She wrote Must Love Dogs. You remember that book was turned into a movie, and her new book is called 7-Year Switch. And she is doing a wonderful event this weekend at the Lake Austin Spa. And, you know, you're presenting your book. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm so happy to be here, Katina.
It is wonderful to have you. It's so nice to meet the person behind the wonderful books.
Oh, well, I'm just so excited to be able to be here. And we're going to be talking about reinvention, too, which is not only the theme of my books, but also of my life. After decades of procrastination, I wrote my first novel in my minivan outside my daughter's swim practice.
Really?
And it was published when I was 45.
Really?
And then at 50, I walked the red carpet at the Hollywood premiere of my second, and now 7-Year Switch is my 7th novel.
Well, talk to us a little bit about this book. This is something that many, many women can relate to, but it's kind of a twist because it's about a single mother who her ex-husband comes back in her life.
Yes. Yeah.
So when does that ever happen?
Yeah, exactly. Only when you don't want it to, right?
Exactly. Then what do you do?
Exactly. And so many of us, life just doesn't turn out quite the way we planned, and this is certainly the story. This is a woman who had all these big ambitions, and suddenly her husband's gone, and she's a single mom. He left her with a 3-year-old, and just when they're figuring it out, just when she's 10, they have a house, they've got a life, they're cobbling together a good existence, he's back.
Great.
Yeah. And, you know, to be a good mom, you can't say, see you later, bye. You have to let him in. So really it's the story of how she works through the chaos and into the next chapter of her life. And it includes a really fun girlfriend getaways to Costa Rica. So lots of fun. It's really a good vacation or staycation book.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure the girlfriends in the book had a lot of nice, maybe not so nice things to say about the ex-husband, which happens every day.
Exactly. And yet, is he a bad person, or did he do a really bad thing? But either way, she's stuck picking up the pieces, as often happens. And yet, it's not an angry book at all, because in a way, he's a free babysitter. He's back.
Exactly.
You know, so there's always a good side.
That's a good way to look at it. I need that to happen for me.
Hey, you never know.
You never know, I guess. Keep living every single day.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of living every single day, you're talking this weekend about living every day a little bit better at the Lake Austin Spa. So talk about that rejuvenation event that you're doing.
And sort of reinvention and all of that. I think we're all trying to find our next chapters, and this economy is part of that piece, too. Sometimes the change is sort of forced on you.
Yes.
But I think it really just is such a theme of my books that I started just talking about it, and it's my way of sharing and giving back. And I just think a big part of it is to rise above the negativity. Everyone will tell you you can't do it. I bet people told you you couldn't get here.
Yes.
And yes, you can.
That's right.
And so that's important. And to be who you really are. You know, this is the first time in my life who I am on the page, who I am if you met me in the grocery store, and who I am if you meet me at Lake Austin Spa Resort. I mean, I'm just being me, and there's real power in that when you're not trying to impress anyone.
Exactly, and just be who you're supposed to be.
Yeah. And the other piece I always tell people is to make friends with the internet. Anything that happens, just get your skills up there. And when people have that panicked look in their face, but I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I have a website, I share all my reinvention tips at clairecook.com, and if I can do that, you know, anyone can get there. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but I think it's part of all of our growth as we move forward in this, you know, just the world being what it is. That's where things are happening. It's not snail mail anymore.
Thank goodness for that.
Exactly.
If you'd like to meet Claire this weekend, you can do that at the Lake Austin Spa Resort. The reservation information is there as well at lakeaustin.com, and you can also call them. Their number is 372-7300 to make your reservation. It is a weekend-long event. She will talk to you all about her book and just how to find the next chapter in your life. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Sure, you're welcome. Her new book is 7-Year Switch. And now we're turning to Arando with the weather.
That's right. We start taking a look at the tropics.